Hi guys, this is StarkidPodcast episode 25, and I'm Emily.
Hi, I'm Emily too.
And today we're going to talk about Trails of Oregon. Isn't that fun?
It's so fun. I'm so excited. And
Me too.
also, a quick note to the fact that I'm super lame and I never stop finding it funny when we're like, "Hey, I'm Emily, and I'm Emily too." That would never stop being funny to me for some reason. I'm just like, yeah. Anyway,
So, Trail of Oregon came out early Saturday morning. Um, Actually, they were on time, which was amazing. The first time Star Kid's ever been on time releasing something.
round of applause for them. Oh yeah.
And the soundtrack came out, so that was good, and it got on the album charts for a lot of countries and stuff, so that's good. Applause to the Starkid fandom, woohoo.
Yes.
And so I'll leave stuff in the description for the Trail to Oregon and the album and whatever else. So some news from this week is that freaking Jade and Eric got engaged this week, sometime over the last weekend, I think. Maybe Valentine's Day, but we're not exactly sure. But yes, it happened. Everyone's very excited. I'm freaking excited.
Yeah, it's so cool. Like, massive congratulations to them. It's like we're really happy for you guys.
You guys are so cute, and it's gonna be great. And congratulations! And I'm very excited for wedding pics on Instagram and whatever. It's gonna be great. But yeah, so there wasn't much news other than Trail to Oregon coming out and that sort of thing.
But that's
But
enough news. Let's be
oh
honest.
yeah, let's be honest.
Do we need any more news? Trail to Oregon.
Uh, so we are now going to delve into our favorite things in Trail to Oregon and maybe our not so favorite things, but
All the faves.
all the faves. So I'm gonna go first because Emily always seems to take my favorite things.
Oh no. Pressure.
Okay, so my favorite character in the show is the mother. I love her the most. She's hilarious. She's always so sassy. Oh shit. I almost dropped my laptop. Uh, she's so sassy and just hilarious. Probably my favorite part in the whole show is when she pretends to die and then she's just like, "The Lord brought me back," and I'm just like, "Yes, thank you. This is the best thing ever." So, yes, the mother is my favorite.
That is a good favorite. She is a good character. My favorite, probably gonna have to go with one of Joey's many characters. Go with McDoon. Because I just really like that character for some reason. But if I wasn't going for the bad guy, I'd probably say the dad, probably Jeff's character too. So either
I know.
McDoon or the dad.
It was so hard for me to pick between the mother and the dad, even though I'm they're completely opposite, but I love them so much.
Not
But
supposed to
also
pick
Rachel,
favorites in family.
but also Rachel was amazing as the mother. She was so good. But everyone was
Sure.
amazing. Let's be serious.
Yeah, everyone in the show was just fantastic.
hmm I remember when I was trying to think of least favorite character, and I was like, oh, I guess mine has to be the son. But then I watched it again, and I was like, no, it can't be the son because I love the son. So many problems. But I think I don't know. I think my least favorite character, if we're talking about main characters, if we're talking about Joey's being McDoon and the grandpa as Corey's role. Then my least favorite is probably the grandpa.
Yeah.
But if we're going like with like minor characters, it's one of Joey's many minor characters. Like probably the lobster, because I just don't understand that storyline whatsoever.
Yeah, like that's the thing. Like without picking at like really minor characters to be like that's my least favorite character. It's really hard because I do actually really like all of the characters, which is really unusual for like a musical to just like really like all the characters kind of equally.
Yeah.
Because usually there's like one that you can't stand.
Mm-hmm.
But like in this show, like I don't really have a character that I think, yeah, I could do without you. Like I don't like you as much as the rest, but I don't really know. Maybe I'm just weak. I'm too weak to have an opinion.
Yeah, I mean like I love the grandpa. I think he's like hilarious and stuff. It's just like I don't know.
Well,
Just like some of the stuff he does.
While we're talking about the grandpa, can we just discuss like his song? Like
Yeah.
that I can't remember the name now, crap.
Pacey and animal sometimes.
Yeah, that one. Is it when you wake up with mud on your dick or blood on your dick?
It's mud. It's definitely mud.
Because the first time I saw it live this summer, I genuinely thought that he was saying blood, and I was kind of traumatized because I was like, why is there blood on your dick?
I think it's mud.
Like, what have you been doing? But like, I know, yeah.
I'm
I
pretty
think
sure
it
it's
is supposed
mud.
to be mud. But,
I'm pretty sure
like,
it's mud, yeah.
Like, that's just like a side note, because I genuinely thought that the first time I heard the song, I was like, why is there blood on your penis?
I don't understand why there's even mud on his penis, though. Let's be serious.
Yeah, each of them are like equally traumatizing when you think about it. Like, what situation was he in where he ended up with mud or blood on his penis?
Mhm.
Let's not like linger on that too much. This could get deep.
Yep. Okay. For a second, I want to talk about how much I love Jeff's character, because I really, really just the very beginning when he's just like, I don't even know, just telling his wife that it's like God's fault and everything. It's just, I love him so much, and Jeff just does such a good job, and his voice sounds amazing. Like, when I was trying to pick my favorite song, I almost wanted to pick The Grind just because of how good Jeff sounds in that song.
Ooh, I muted myself, sorry. I'm a technical noob. We've already discussed this. Yeah, no, I agree. I just made this really awkward because I accidentally muted myself. I'm just gonna back into the corner with my cup of tea now.
But yeah. So for my favorite song instead, I always feel like I pick the ballady songs, but I can't help it because I feel like those are the ones that I like the most. But okay, let me remind myself exactly what they're called. I have it on my phone. It's okay. My favorite song is when Rachel sings the When the World's at Stake, because yes. But also the reprise that Jeff sings is also amazing.
Yeah. We were discussing this a little bit before we came live, and we were saying our favorite songs are the really ballady emotional ones, which is quite funny because usually we always go for the slapstick kind of songs as our favorites in the shows, but this time we've both agreed the ballady ones are our favorites, because Emily, my favorites are the two versions of When the World's at Stake, and also the the Daughter's song, Lost Without You, as well, because I love that song.
Yeah, it's really good.
That song hits me right in the chest.
Yeah, that one's really good.
I'm like, me too.
Hmm I also just really like the opening song. I just think it's like an amazing like opening, just how to open the show. It's just so good. I really like that one too. Just saying.
Yeah. That was like a really fun thing as well, especially for like seeing it live. Like that being like the first thing that happened was really like super fun.
Yeah. Yeah, I like, but I also really, I mean, it's not like my favorite song, but I like how Joey sounds in the Wagons on Fire song.
Yeah.
He just sounds like really good in that song.
I like that song. I like how he sounds in that song.
And I also like the dancing in that song with like the scarf thingies that are just waving around.
Like fire.
Yeah.
Like, oh, okay.
I like a lot of the dancing in the show, actually. That's one of the things that I like a lot. The dancing. But yeah. I think, oh, here's a fun tidbit of information for you guys. When I saw it live, one of my, like, suggestions got picked as the people's names. It was for the mother, and before the show started, me and my sister were like trying to think of like names we knew that were funny, but they were actually people's names. And so, in the movie Seven Brides for Seven Brothers, it's a musical, and one of the girls' name is Dorcas. And I'm like, that's a funny name, but it's actually a name, and it would be funny for the mother to be named like that, or like a girl to be named Dorcas, because it's a name, but it sounds stupid. So they picked that name, and the mother's name was Dorcas for the night that I was there.
That's brilliant.
Mhm.
I like one of my favorite memories about like we're going off on a tangent here about seeing the show live. I'm very sorry if you didn't get the opportunity to see it live, but one of the nights that I saw it live, the daughter was called Dad. And so like all those lines that where like it's yelling at Dad, and then they'd be like, "Not you!" Like when the mother and the daughter are like arguing, and she'd be like, "Dad, not you!" And it was just brilliant. I think that's like one of my favorite memories about seeing the show live, was just the daughter being called Dad.
That's funny. I think one of the things I liked best about the show on YouTube is that they had the one where he's like called Jack Bauer, and like how excited Jeff is, like just to be able to be called Jack Bauer.
It's absolutely perfect.
Just his face. What did you say, Jack Bauer? Oh yes, yes. Like,
yes, I'll take that. Oh,
and I also love how their last name is Dick Rats. I'm just like the perfect StarkID last name.
Yeah, like the perfect last name to have it on the night when they were gonna like film. It's like a really good one.
Oh. Okay. So, do you have any like of your favorite parts of the show that you want to like talk about?
I'm like scene wise, I think one of my favorite parts is the whole bit when he's really like high on the snake venom.
Oh my god.
Because it's just so bizarre, and like I just love it so much. And when they're all wearing the masks as well, and I'm just like, what is going on? And when he's like having a go at the Watchers,
That's hilarious.
I just love that part of the show so much. Yeah. I also like appreciate how he's become slightly addicted to the snake venom.
I think like some of my favorite scenes is like between the mom, just because of how afraid the son is of the mom.
Oh my god, yeah.
I don't think you should feed any of that grass to the ox because it's been making me real sick when I eat it. And she's like, "What? You ate all that grass?" And he's like, "I don't know."
I love that like
Just the
line.
sun and all its stupidity.
I love that line as well. That's like, "Well, goodbye, Dad. I didn't love you more than Mum, but I certainly feared you less."
Oh, so true though.
I love it so much.
Mhm. I also one of my yeah, the other scene when the mom finally figures out that his shoe's gone, and she's like, "Where is your shoe?"
He's just like, "I should have stayed with Dad."
Uh,
I love the whole bit with the shoe as well. Just like his whole little monologue about his shoe. Like, yeah, I lost it like months ago, but no one really noticed, so I didn't say anything.
but yeah, I I also just like I think like my favorite scene is like when they're picking their names. I just like love them. Like I think I heard Malface. Just like I just love hearing and the grandpa. What'd you say, titty minnie?
Okay, this just got serious. I finished my cup of tea.
Oh lordy. But I also love not because it's funny or anything, but just like when the dad like is like he thinks he's like gonna lose his family and just like he's like I can't lose them. I'm gonna do whatever it takes not to lose them. I'm going to get what this stupid like general store guy was supposed to give me for the money I gave him, and I just like love that.
Yeah. I love that like character development when he's just like, yeah, no, I'm gonna like step up and do what my family needs me to do. Because you're just there like, yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think we should also talk about how much I love the. I don't know. I have like different views on this because I feel like when I watch it on YouTube, I think it's weirder than when I saw it live. But like the death scene, I thought it was hilarious. Like I was like crying, laughing live. But like when I watch it on YouTube now, I'm just like, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it.
Yeah. I feel like I made the horrible mistake of watching like all 5 death scenes like one after the other.
Yeah, me too.
And then after that, like I was numb to the fart noises. Like I didn't really know how to go on with my life after that.
Hmm.
I feel like if you just picked
Yeah,
one,
I mean like
it would be funny. But watching them all, you're just like, so many fart noises.
exactly. And then by the end, you're like, oh my god, Joey, just finish. I just want him to be dead now, Lord.
Yeah. But I have to admit, like, listening to Naked in a Lake that many times never got old, because that song is beautiful.
It's probably one of my least favorite songs, actually. I don't know.
Really?
I don't know. I I like certain parts of it, but I'm not like yes about it. Like I don't know. It's okay.
Yeah.
We actually disagree on something. Yes.
This is like a first. What's happening? if we're gonna like talk about like least favorite songs, because we might as well while we're on the subject. Let's go for the all-around
Okay.
opinion. Probably like
Okay. Naked
like
in
the
a Lake
Pays to
is
Be
not
an
my least
Animal
favorite.
song. Yeah.
Thank you. That is
Like
definitely my
Pays
least
to Be an
favorite
Animal is probably my least favorite song. I don't know. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, mine's probably Pays to Be an Animal.
I probably just like Naked in the Lake so much because I like skinny dipping.
And then, yeah, mine's probably like Pays to Be an Animal or like Dysentery World because that's just, I don't know. That sounds weird. But, yeah, Pays to Be an Animal. I mean, like, really good in it. And like I like how he sounds. It's just like the whole like content. I just don't like that scene very much.
Yeah. Yeah, like if I had to pick part of the show that I like didn't like, that I didn't like, not that I didn't like, but just like the part of the show that like I could probably skip over, it would probably be that scene.
Yeah. Yeah, I just like I don't like how like I don't know that like the people are like making him like kill the animal when he doesn't want to.
Yeah,
I
it's
just don't
really
like that.
hard to put into words,
Just
but yeah, I understand what you're trying to say.
but yeah, so I don't know. Yeah, that's probably the one I could like do without. And like Pays to Be an Animal is just like a weird song. Like the lyrics are weird.
Yeah, we discussed this earlier in the podcast, didn't we? We were trying to figure out the lyrics.
hmm But yeah, I probably that's definitely my least favorite scene is probably that scene. Or like the lobster scene at the end. Like when like the lobster guy like saves them or whatever. And I'm like,
Yeah,
but what is I just don't understand this plot part.
like random giant lobster appears.
Yeah. Like I
Um,
think it's like amusing and everything, but it's just like weird because like is the girl supposed to be human or like a lobster that like he fell in love with? I'm confused.
yeah, we need like a backstory. I don't understand. Was she a random human that just like run off with this lobster, or was she a lobster, or was she like a hybrid? Because this is really like it haunts my nightmares. Like, what's happening, Jeff? Jeff, are you supporting like interspecies relationships here, or is the lobster like that saved them supposed to be part human, or can the
Oh
grandpa
lordy.
just randomly talk lobster?
Oh my god, right?
Like, explain this to us, please. I'm putting too much thought into this, but I need to know.
But yeah, do you have any like other favorite pots you want to talk about?
Um, hmm. I have like a few favorite like kind of lines.
Yes, let's do that.
Like I said before, it's like the whole monologue about the like son's shoe. I just love like the ongoing thing with the shoe. It just amuses me so much. That's not really a line, but still. Um, Also, like every time like they say the Bandit King and they do like the Bandit King,
Yeah, I love yeah.
you gotta love it. You just got to. And also like spoiler in the daughter's death scene when she goes, I'll finally be reunited with my one true love, the Bandit King, and his one true love, Cletus Jones.
Okay, like, I don't understand that part because she was trying so hard to get away from them.
Yeah.
And then I just don't.
It amuses me so much for that reason exactly. Like, she's just spent all that time trying to get away from them, and then she's like dying, and she's like, maybe I'll be reunited with my one true love. And it's just like, are you an idiot? I think you are. It just really amuses me.
I think some of my favorite lines are just like Cletus, because Cletus is hilarious.
Yeah. Oh, and also, like, when the son's like, it's God's fault, damn him to hell.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite lines. That's definitely one of my favorite lines. One of my favorite probably my favorite line is the mother when she first meets McDoon, and she's like, I made her and I love her more than the living world, but I will smother her before I let her be with anyone like you, or whatever.
Yeah. Oh
I
my
just
God.
like, I love that.
And the like classic line, the like, she gives me butterflies in my penis area.
Oh yeah.
You gotta mention that line.
I love how like he doesn't think that makes it sound like he wants to have sex with her, but then when Cletus is like, he just wants to get a dick in, he yells at him for that.
Yeah. He's like, too blunt, too blunt.
But yeah, that's funny. And then I love how just the father in the end, when he's like, after everyone dies, he's like, no, we're gonna get to Oregon as a family, and then he just like drags the people.
Yeah, like makes them drag the dead body of their like family member that's just died. Like, that's not traumatic at all.
Yeah, I don't know if I said this earlier in the podcast, but like my favorite line is when the mother like fakes dying, and she's like, "Oh, the Lord brought me back." That whole like monologue when she's like, "I was at the pearly gates, and Saint Peter was like, you slippery one, wet. Your task is not done yet. There's a girl who needs you." Right.
It's brilliant.
I think, because Emily and I are going to talk about this, like we're going to talk about our favorite deaths.
Yeah.
My favorite death.
Yeah, we are.
My favorite death has to be the daughter, just because when she dies, she like fakes dying, and she like gets back at her mother, and I just love that. I love it so much because then she does like the same monologue where like, he brought me back, and I just am in love with that. And I probably am like biased because the sister died when I was there, but I think it was still funny.
I think my favorite death would probably have to be the son's death, actually.
Oh.
Which, again, I'm probably biased because the son died when I went to see it too, but you know. But no, I really like Lauren's version of You Gotta Go. So I think that might be why the son's death is my favorite, because I love like her singing that song.
Emily.
So, yo.
I forgot news, and we're done because I forgot it.
What news did we forget?
Darren.
Oh yeah! How did we not mention that? Oh, we're like the worst. We forget like the biggest news all the time.
I know, we're so much. It's like such big news.
I'm actually a little bit embarrassed that we forgot that.
I only remembered because Melissa Anelli was tweeting, and I just thought, I was like, oh my god, she runs Broadway Con. Oh my god, Darren's gonna be on Broadway again.
Cheers, Melissa. You help us do our job better.
But yeah, guys, since I'm dumb and forgot this at the beginning, Darren's gonna be on Broadway again. He's gonna take over as Hedwig, as in Hedwig in the Angry Inch. Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
So yeah, he's doing it.
Are you looking at dates?
Yes.
Well, while Emily looks at dates, I'm just gonna say quickly, it's really funny that like he's gonna be Hedwig because at G4 I remember him specifically telling some of my friends that like he wanted to play Hedwig.
That's funny. But yeah, like, okay, the dates are April 29th to July 19th. He's gonna be in Hedwig for those dates. So not very long, but like try to go see him because that would be awesome.
I think we should.
He's gonna be great, I'm sure.
A school trip. let's do a group trip. And you let's all go.
Yep. Just me and you trying to get there.
Yep. We can totally do it. I have money.
I want to because I know like a couple of my friends are trying to go, but I'm doing so much other crap during the summer that.
Yeah.
Like GeekyCon, which I need money for.
Yeah, I'm super pumped. I really want to go because GeekyCon and Disney and everything, and yeah, I'm gonna try.
Yeah, Emily's gonna come because she wants to see me.
Yep. Basically, I'm just gonna like hug Emily for the whole week, just like one long hug. It'll be really easy to find us because we'll just be the people just walking around hugging each other and crying. Literally attached, just like.
But anyway, back to Charlotte, Oregon. Now that we remember Darren Smith.
And side note.
I remember how I was like, Emily, I feel like we're missing something. Like right before this, like.
Yeah.
I was like.
Neither of us thought of it either, which is even worse because we were there like, there is some big news, isn't there? I can't remember what it is though.
Okay. But anyway. I feel like, I don't know, I feel like with the deaths, I wish that they had made all of them kind of different, like how they made Jamie do, like, the mom's monologue, and, like, they made, like, they made her, like, pretend like she was actually dying, and, like, the mom, they made her pretend like she was dying again. I kind of wish they had, like, done different things with everyone, whereas, like, the dad and the grandpa and the son all, like, had the same line when they, like, came alive again.
Needs more funny lines. Spice it up a bit.
Oh, I forgot about this. I loved the line when Joey like starts singing, and then he's like, "I played Tony" or something in West Side Story. Like,
oh yeah, like this little improv bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, when he goes to like hit the note, and he's just like, "Nope."
Nope. You really went for it. Yeah, I really like. I love those like little improv bits. I think they're hilarious.
Yeah,
I showed my fiance Charlotte, Oregon, like on Saturday when he came up for Valentine's Day, and he was hilarious because during Naked in the Lake, he's like, "But she has boobs," and I'm like, "Yes, she is female."
That is another one of my favorite lines when Jeff just goes, "Oh, there's his penis." when she like starts stripping, I'm just like, that line always gets me. I'm just like, oh my god.
Oh, I forgot about this, but like one of my favorite scenes is like when the dad is like trying to make the mom want to have sex with him, and she's like not having any of it, and then she's like, "You're not even gonna try to woo me." And then they get in the sleeping bag, and she gets bit by the snake, and he's like, "You're gonna have to cut my leg off." And then he finally like sucks it out, and then he just swallows it. She's like so angry, but like she was so happy. She's like, "You finally did something right," and then you didn't.
And like before he sucks the venom out, when he's just there like kissing her leg as well. It's like, what are you doing?
Yeah, my fiance also, like, he always, like, questions a lot of things. He's like, why didn't the doctor stop them from bringing this dead body that just died of dysentery across the Oregon border?
That is a good point, though. I did wonder that. I was like, they went through such like a big thing about being like, you can't come over here because you have dysentery, and then he just wanders off and lets them drag the body over anyway. It's like, Sir, I do not believe you went to medical school.
I know, I love how he's like, I have an eye for this, and I'm like, uh-huh.
Of course you do.
Okay, I have a question. Like, how did they do all 5 of them when they all had different names? You know what I mean?
I know the answer to this because someone asked Nick it when I went on my tour. They filmed.
Thank you.
They filmed. Like basically when the people went to see it, they like told them that they were going to film extra endings that night, and so they filmed 3 endings one night and then 2 endings another night, I think, and like basically they just rigged it so it was the same names.
Oh.
But like obviously they told people what they were doing because it was being filmed and stuff, and then they were like, you can stay and watch the extra endings if you want, thinking that no one was gonna stay, and then everyone stayed.
But the first night is like when they actually chose the names, though? Like the audience chose the names?
Yeah.
Okay. So I was like, I don't want it to be rigged that they named him Jack Bauer.
They basically just like made sure it was the same names for like filming the last
the
ending.
others.
But yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like, yeah. See, I have knowledge. I listened.
Good.
To Nick Lang. Check me out.
Good job. But yeah. I'm trying to think of like. Oh, I have some. Okay. So when I went to see it, something happened that was not supposed to happen. I think I put on Twitter about this. Like during the scene when like Jamie's tied to McDoon's, the daughter's tied to McDoon's like wagon or whatever. I don't know how this happened, but it did. Her underskirt starts falling off. And like you can see she's like trying to like keep it on somehow, but like putting her like weight on the wagon kind of so it doesn't fall all the way down. But then you can slowly see Joey start to realize what's happening. And so like he's trying not to laugh, and like everyone else on stage is like trying not to laugh, but it's like so funny because it just keeps like crawling. And oh my god, it was hilarious. It was so fun. Oh, it was just great.
I remember hearing about this. I think they were telling us like this story at G4 when someone asked something about like funny stuff that's happening during the live shows or something, and someone said about like Jamie's underskirt falling down in the middle of a scene.
Mhm.
You were there that night. That's so cool.
Mhm. I know. I'm like, I always like it when like different things happen when people I know are there. So I'm like, oh yeah, I get to hear about these things. But do you have any fun things from when you saw it? What were the names of the people? Do you remember?
Okay, I remember a couple of the names. I don't remember like all of them. I saw it 2 different nights, but I had the ones that have stuck with me. I remember obviously the daughter being called Dad, um, and also the son being called like Teeth.
Teeth?
But yeah, but he said it like Teeth like all the time, and it was really funny. And he had like she like did this really like cheesy smile, and it just made it even funnier for some reason. Um, oh man, I'm trying to remember more of the names now. I wish I'd like wrote them down or something.
When did you go?
I went for the last 2 nights. So like
Do you remember the date?
the last 2 shows. It was like August 8th, possibly? Something around that time, I think.
Oh, so you went at. Oh, yeah, that remember. Okay, this sounds correct. Okay.
Like I was literally there for like the last 2 shows of it, so
Okay. Where is this? I'm trying to find them on their Twitter. Oh,
I see if they put them up.
okay. I see the 12th, if that sounds familiar.
Maybe. It was like
Oh,
like
teeth.
August time.
I see teeth. I see
Oh,
teeth.
that must have been one of the nights I
Father,
went.
Father, your dirty tits.
Yes,
Mo-
that is yeah.
Mother, help me, please help me. Daughter, John Stamos. John Stamos is thong, sorry.
Yeah. I was about to say, wait, is it?
And Grandpa, Whiskey Dick.
Yeah, that was one of the nights I went. It's all coming back to me now.
And then father was Adolf, mother was Footlove, daughter Dad, son my girl Sarah, and Grandpa Kevin? Cuban? I don't know.
It's all starting to come back to me now. I remember because like the night, like obviously the night they called the kids like my girl Sarah and Dad, and I remember Jeff making like a joke about how ever like they were having like a gender identity crisis tonight or something, and I was just like, oh my god.
Oh, here's mine. Oh yes, it's coming back to me. The father was Alfred Hitchcock. The mother was Dorcas, daughter Buffy, and son Hosebag, and Grandpa Dick Bud.
I really like the fact that they were like keeping track of some of the names on the Twitter because it's really fun to look back at them and be like, ah yes.
Mhm.
The beautiful names that the audience I was part of came up with.
Yeah, I love it that like at the beginning when they're having like the characters like talk about what they'd name themselves and like what they'd want to do, and then the grandpa's like, I would name my things funny names because I think that's funny, and then the dad's like, no, we don't want these people to think that's funny to name their people like whatever,
Yeah.
Dick Bud and
My dirty tits.
mhm. Uh, but
Do we have any like favorites from any of the viewer listener people?
oh yes. I was thinking about that earlier, and then I forgot when we got off on a tangent or something.
We got distracted.
Okay. So these are all like from Julia Delbo. She likes that the show wasn't typecast. Um, and she also likes that they filmed the day the dad was called Jack Bauer. And then she said it's nice homage to the 10 years of hard work put into the show. And she says her favorite songs are Independent and Pays to Be an Animal. She also she said, fun fact, first time I watched Pays to Be an Animal scene, I was confused because she was like, what the fuck, why are the other why are they doing this when I saw all the other characters' reactions and Corey just standing there grinning and dying laughing. And she was like, I was also confused with Cocky Wagon. Actually, same with most of the show. So thank you, Julia, for all those nice comments.
Yes.
We want more of them from people.
Yes.
We would definitely like some more.
Please and thank you.
And we hope you liked. We hope you liked that like twisted thing we did last week. It was super fun.
It was so fun. Like, let us know if you want us to do it with any of the other shows, because I had a ball.
I know. I was seriously like, I would do that like easily. Like, it was so much fun.
It was so fun to like, be able to like talk it through with someone too. Wow.
Mhm. And yeah, just like, I don't know. I really liked it. So if you guys like want us to do with any of the other shows, or like keep doing it as like a tradition for when new shows come out or whatever, that sounds fun. But so yeah, I don't think we have much else to talk about. Do you have anything else you want to say?
No, just yeah, like continue with like feedback and stuff, and let us know if there's anything we can do to improve, or let us know if you want us to do any more of the like live talk along things, whatever they're called, because that was super fun. And yeah, just watch Trail to Oregon loads.
Yeah, watch Trail to exactly.
It's a brilliant show. It deserves all the views it gets. And just my top tip is don't watch all the death scenes one after the other, because you will start to question everything.
Exactly.
Life.
Yeah, like I think I want people watching the I know they get like a load of good critiques and like a lot of people like love them, but like a lot of people like there's like the people that are loudest in there like in Starkid's head is like the naysayers and like just how bad they are. So it's just like, try to keep your comments positive. Try to get new people into it. I mean, like I think Trail to Oregon's like one of their better shows, and so like share it on Facebook and Twitter and Tumblr, and just tell people. And it's like
and just like it's cool to have opinions on stuff, but don't be negative just for the hell of being negative. Because like don't be negative just to bring other people down, if that makes sense.
Yeah, like it's all good to say like your opinion and if you don't like the show, but like you don't have to like go into like deep like, oh my god, I hate this show, it's so stupid, and like just be like actually be constructive and be like, oh, I wish they had done this or blah 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 blah.
Yeah, like Emily just said, be constructive, because don't forget how much friggin' work goes into these shows. Like, they don't just happen overnight. So just like if you do have criticisms, be constructive and don't just be negative just to bring these people down, because they put all of this work in. to then put it up on YouTube for us for free. So,
Mhm.
like, don't make them regret that.
Exactly. So, but yeah. So we will see you in a couple of weeks, and oh, who are we? Are we going to be talking about? Joe, Joe Walker. Because we already talked about
Yeah,
Jamie, didn't we?
yeah, let's do Walker. That would be a fun one.
Yep, Walker. I'm very excited because he's like one of my faves. So we shall be talking about Joe Walker next time in a couple weeks. So be excited.
Hell yeah.
Okay. See you next time, guys. Bye.
Bye!